We have audio? Yes! Sorry, apparently my mic was not connected. That's weird. Yeah, there we go. We're back! Alright, sorry. Little technical
Bionic
difficulty.
Bigfoot
That's
said
lovely,
no sound.
guys.
Did you hear all that? Did you guys hear the bot? I think the bot's working. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning. Good morning. Welcome to the Easy Stream. The Sunday morning Fishroom Hangout stream where we hang out in this fish room and everything is always easy and nothing ever goes wrong. That's exactly what I said. And apparently, it was accurate. Good morning, Annie Carson. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Bruiser CB, what's up, man? Good morning. Coro said he was going back to bed, and I didn't blame him. Good morning, Coro. Good night, Coro. Oso Bear, good morning. I feel like I was just talking to you. Oh, it's already starting, guys. Bionic Bigfoot, good morning, good morning. What else we got here? We got Empire Dirty Quacks, Jeff Kane, good morning. Victor C, good morning, good morning. Eric T, good morning. Dennis Christensen, hello, hello, good morning, good morning. Cats roaming around the Moneyless Maven, Shirley, good morning. Window Licker number 5, let's do it. Good morning. Fishcapades,
Window
you
Licker
made it.
#5 said good morning Jason, all bells and whistles working.
Finally, took long enough, right? 310 Aquatics, what's up, man?
Creek
Good morning.
Aquatics said Jason, good morning.
Good morning, Pep. What's up? And good morning, 310. Blackback, good morning. Abby Zeo, we can't hear you. Well, hopefully it's all been
Fishcapades
fixed.
said good morning Jason.
Good morning. Good morning,
Dennis
Fishcapades.
Dumoulin said, good morning nice people, your manifesto.
What's up, Dennis? How you doing? Good morning. Where was I at? Abby Zale, Abby Zale. I don't know. Good morning. Nancy B in Tennessee. Good morning. John McKenzie. What's up, man? Long Family Show. Good morning. Good morning. All right, Peplin Creek. Good morning. So, good morning. Where we at? Am I skipping anyone? I hope not. Anyway, I think I'm at the bottom. All right, let's do it. What do we got? Well, I wasn't here last week because I had a whole bunch of conflicts with stuff, and you know, I just need a day off. So that happened. We got Flicker. We're gonna test the water. It's been a little while. We gotta do water changes. We're gonna do a lot of water changes. We gotta do mops. We gotta check for eggs. We're gonna check on fry.
Aquatic Moose said ahoy hoy.
Get all this. Good morning, ahoy hoy. Aquatic Moose. Clean some algae. Oh, always with the algae. Let me get the clicker. I'll be right back. What are you doing, little Lily? Playing with a twist tie. Favorite thing in the world is to play with a twist. Alright. I think this is on.
Bionic Bigfoot said good morning Peplin Creek Aquatics.
Alright, I think we changed cameras. Hopefully everything worked. I'll find out if this works. It does work.
It could work!
How's this look? A little bit of glare. Nothing hard. Move back. Maybe we get a little bit better. Whoops. Let's go that way. There we go. Stand to be that way. All right, cool. A little bit of algae growing on the wall, on the glass. Test it. We're still trying to keep the blackbeard algae at bay. Feel like it's starting to take hold. But I'm fighting, man. I'm fighting for my life.
That's lovely, guys.
You ain't wrong. All right, let's get some water samples here. Test it. So today is Groundhog's Day, by the way. I have not even checked to see if old Punxsutawney saw his shadow or not, but I made a prediction that he would. Anyone know? What the old hedge pig saw? Today is also my son's birthday. He's at college. Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's been a long week. I have not done any water changes since.
Select Pet said, "What's up
It's
with
been
these
over a week.
crazy Pennsylvania folks and the groundhog?" He saw shadow, but only right 39% of time.
Look, the hedgehog. I
Andy
don't care what you
Carson
say.
said Phil saw his shadow.
See,
So
I was
6
right.
weeks of what we would have anyway.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. He's not. I don't understand how he's 39% wrong. He's never wrong. The groundhog is never wrong. It's either 6 more weeks until spring, or 6 weeks until spring, or early spring, whatever. Or it's either 6 weeks of winter. Either way, it's 6 weeks. Got it locked down, man. That Phil, man, does not screw around. So he saw a shadow. All right, see, I knew it. I knew it.
The moneyless maven, Shirley, said, "Roar! I'm a dinosaur!
Roar.
Good morning!"
Good morning. All right. All right, we got the vials test. I'm going to start changing water, I guess. Because, you know, never hurts. Oh, that's not true.
Window Licker #5 said, "I was thinking, could we add a TDS test as well?"
Yeah,
I'm just wondering how far the tank water is from the tap water.
We have been
Aquatic
testing
Moose
the
said,
TDS
"I
every
heard
week.
the same AI voice on a commercial and couldn't help think of depths unknown."
That's hilarious.
Fishcapades said, "And so it begins."
So it begins. And so it begins. Oh man. All right. I have been doing
Select
TDS
Pet said,
tests.
"That's Groundhog should be careful with his predictions." The one in Kentucky predicted winter one year, and he mysterious passed away right after. Don Gingerme said, "Don't forget the taste test."
The taste test. You know, I know a guy. Well, I think we all know. What is it? The Fish Tank Hank. He, the way he knows he needs to do water changes is he dips his finger in the tank and tastes it, and he says he can taste when it needs to be changed. And I'm like, whoa, that's a little much. Stream of one with him. 020225. TDSs are 437. Which my tap water. We did test the tap water on November, and the TDSs out of the tap were 339, so it's almost about 100 more than tap. When we're done testing everything, I'll look at all the data. Show it. Lily, what are you doing? Gotta turn that filter off or it's gonna start grinding. Roar. Okay, cool. Cool. Go over here. Got so many hoses laying all over the place here. I really need to organize. I'm not tasting any of my tanks. At least not on purpose. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if I'd be doing that.
Fishroom said, "Wow, that's a high TDS."
Really? Not really. I mean, what, for my tap or a tank? Either way. It's about normal for my be around 400. Like my tap used to be at, like last time I tested it was 339. Part of the, you know, I got some hard water around here. It's hard. Where are, okay. Start the nitrate test. We'll wait into the lids. We got a skulking kitty around here. Seen Lily's ascot? Come here, yo.
Select Pet said, "Jason,
See
you're
her
going to
little-
the OCA this year, right?"
I
Ed
don't
says
know. We're
there's
gonna
no
try.
acceptable excuse for people from Pennsylvania to not go. You all are right there beside it.
See Lily and her new collar?
Aquatic Moose said, can you spawn Corys in that rock water?
No, probably not. I have had Corey spawn like once, but it was a long time ago. I wasn't trying to, and that's what, part of the problem is like
Creek
the water is
Aquatic
so
said,
hard that I have a
I
problem
don't
with the
celebrate
eggs.
Groundhog Day anymore. Roxanne says the meat's too gamey.
Oh well, she's missing out. Alright, I guess change cameras. See the testing happening. Those who are, whoops, that was the wrong button. There we go. This is my drop checker nitrate tank water. Calibrating. Now we must add the reagents, nitrates, scissors. Try not to drop things.
Select Pet said that's an idea. Knowing some Pennsylvania folks, I wonder if they eat Phil after the ceremony.
It's like a cult. The inner circle. Maybe they're eating something else. The forbidden meat. Long pork. Got that good enough. Well enough.
Sideshow Cody Fee said ahoy hoy power bottoms.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Aquatic Moose said Ascot! Eduardo!
Yup. Derposaurus.
Crazy Four Seahorses said,
Celebrate their
hey there,
first super
so
in a
how
live
is the
stream.
beloved
All right,
algae
well,
and
thanks,
bacteria
man.
doing?
Thank you very much. So how's the beloved algae and bacteria doing? It's doing well. We can get into that too. Shake this up real quick. But thank you for that dollar super chat or super sticker. Appreciate it. Long way around here. All right, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Some of these air bubbles.
Fishcapade said Eduardo!
Jeez. I love it. All right, 7 minutes. Some coffee. Depths unknown coffee mug.
Congratulations, Select Pet, on the membership milestone.
Woo!
Select Pet has been an extraordinary aquarist for 10 months.
Right on, dude. Congrats.
Congratulations. Fishcapades on the membership milestone. Fishcapades has been an extraordinary aquarist for 13 months.
Right on. Congrats. And thanks. Extraordinary quests. I win. Gotta catch up, Select. Beating you. Alright, let's try and cut this.
Congratulations, Nancy B. in Tennessee, on the membership milestone.
Woo,
Met jouw
woo.
fans gehandhaafde Wissetinson Sassid Waran in Azant, Tervum. It's Sheba. Nancy B. in Tennessee has
What
been an
in the-
extraordinary aquarist for 13 months.
Unless I was
Thank you,
having a
Select
stroke.
Pet, very much for the 5 gifted memberships.
Alright, thanks. Select that, thank you. And congrats, Nancy B. I don't know what, I mean, it sounded like it was just speaking in tongues there for a second. Let me see exactly what you said. Nancy B has been an extraordinary aquarist for 13 months, right? That's it, and it just went on this like tirade. I don't know what that. I think you broke the bot, Nancy. And thank you, Select that. Oh man, that's too funny. All right, shake, 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 shake. Off the fingerprints. There. Button. 3 minutes. That will be done. Away.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, said that was special just for Nancy B.
Yeah, apparently. I think the bot had a seizure. I don't know. I thought it was either bot or me. I'm still not sure. I got towels laying everywhere. Oh.
Congratulations, Window Licker #5 on the membership milestone. Window Licker #5 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 17 months.
Right on. Wow, it's been that long. Holy cow. Well, congrats,
Crazy
man.
Four Seahorses said Conomerex luwanus, commonly known as the strawberry conch or tiger conch,
Yeah.
is a species of medium-sized sea snail, a marine gastropod mollusk in the family Strombidae. The true conchs, I love 'em.
And they're supposed to be
Select
really
Pet
good
said,
at
what
eating.
translation was that?
Yeah.
Window Licker #5 said I win.
Cyanobacteria. Strawberry sand conch. Strombus luhanus. Luanus? I don't know. I have it written down, man. I've been looking. Okay. Well, we got 2 minutes on that, less than. 4 minutes on that, less than. Water's draining. I guess we can watch a fish tank instead of me. Whoops. That way. I win. I should clean the glass. While we're waiting. We only have a couple minutes, but at least get some of the brown algae off the glass. Whoa. Yeah, fish. This is dangerous. You don't want me in the way of this. Come on now.
Victor C said nice coffee mug merch.
You like that?
Depths unknown.
You too can have one. I know Victor already has one. Victor C.
Sideshow Cody Fee said he's really got that motion down.
Out of practice, man. Practice makes perfect. All right, good enough. Let's check the times.
Crazy Four Seahorses said you need my algae
0.24.
scraper. I can't barely move 'em.
Yeah. All right, let's look at the. Looks like phosphates are at
Select Pet
0.24.
said those are some smart fish, they say. Look, he's feeding us.
All right.
Fishcapade said, Jason, you missed a spot.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. And it always like afterwards, I'll be like, oh man, there's a big spot. But yeah, it's it's life. Happens.
Window Licker #5 said, so where are we on this tank? Did run pass through or do any water changes since last stream?
I have not. And in a minute and 15 seconds, we're going to see where we're really at with this tank, and then we can look at everything. Yeah. Well, here we can look at the fish. Oh. While we're waiting for that to tick down. Got another minute. I already got the phosphate written down. I got the TDSs written down. All right, let's look at it. The history of my TDS is from the tap. 342. In 2023, in September, it was 380. In November this past year, it was 340. Mid to high 300s, where it comes out at. Doesn't surprise me that it's 100 points higher. Less than
Aquatic Moose said algae.
algae. Algae. Six seconds. Boom. It's ready. Reading 18.9. Holy cow.
Select Pet said, is the TDS composition 99% BBA?
Yes. Could be. Go. Well, let's take a look at what we got. App. All right. Skipped a week. That means I think this is the fertilizer week, right? Actually, I think last week would have been probably fertilizer. Phosphates or potassium. Phosphates are pretty low, lower than last week. Nitrates are a little high. Kind of see the trend here. A little bit lower on the TDSs, a little bit higher on the nitrates, a little bit lower on the phosphates.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, got any filters, absorbers or so on your tap?
I don't. Well, I got a carbon block filter. PVA, you gotta recognize. Recognize. Reminder to hit that like. You got any filter absorbers or so on your tap? All I have is a carbon block filter. So sucking up whatever that can get. It's probably not a whole lot. This is done. Move these out real quick. Turn off. Set this for time. Oh shoot. I gotta make some RO. Forgot I used all the jugs. I'll just leave these here for now. Put them in there so I remember. I gotta clean. The tank is pretty good. It's almost done. We could set this up as like
Select
a
Pet
slow
said,
water
thanks
change.
for the reminder, Jason. I need to change out my carbon block. I'm about a
Speaking of
month
that,
late. Maybe I'll do it today. Probably not.
You just reminded me
Fishroom said,
that I'm
my tap water
overdue.
TDS is 70.
Jeez. That must be nice. Not mine. Holy cow. Do I have... Here, we could actually do that. Might need to make... Let's see. Last time I changed this filter was in September. So it's definitely due. It's been, what, 5 months? I'm supposed to do these every month, I think. September 15th is what the date says. So October, November, December, January, we're definitely 4.5 months over. Well, 4.5 months total. So we should change that.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, we always forget to change the filters out of sight, out of mind, right?
That's the truth. Well, since we're talking about it, we should do it. I'm going to move the camera here. All wrapped up with a bunch of hoses over here.
The Nano Aquarium guy said, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. What's a going on? I'm stuck. And that didn't work. I don't know. Got hoses everywhere. That's probably good enough. We get to see.
Select Pet said, I change mine one every 6 months. They'll last longer, but I don't want it to go out on me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think well, I mean, it's honestly like how much you can stand. But this, like I said, I got 2 carbon black filters, so maybe I'll set that up. Let me get that's almost done doing the water change, so let's concentrate on that first. These are dye filters. This is...
Fishroom said, Jason, which Corey is in that tank?
Those are Adolfois. So I've been in arguments on the internet that people say it's not Adolfois, that they're duplicaris. However, doing a little research, there's only one way to determine the difference in the species. Otherwise, they look identical, or they can look identical. That's why they're called duplicaris, because, you know, they have the differences on their pectoral fins. There are microscopic, well, not microscopic, but they're very small barb-like objects. And I think it's the Adolfois that have them or don't have them. I don't remember. One of the two. I have never put it under a microscope or whatever, a magnifying thing to actually see if they are. But when I bought them, they were sold as Adolfois. I got them off of Aquabid from somebody that was pretty reputable. But you never know. So, I mean, they could be duplicaris. Either way, I think they're cool. Both of those fish are
SelectPet
awesome.
said you've been confronting the internet fish police.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, that's risky.
Isn't it? Jeez. And no matter what, you're always wrong.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said when you got 2 in series, swap one and use the second as fist one so you can use them more efficiently.
I don't know what we're talking about. Got 2 in series, swap one. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. As far as filters, yeah. Kind of.
Fishroom said I love the pinkish color on the cories.
Yeah. So ideally what you're saying is I would take the one that was second in line out and put it first in line and then throw the first one out. And then put a new one in the second one. I believe is what you're saying. And that is a good way to do it as far as filters go. But I am going to probably change them both because, you know, it's been 4 months, 4.5 months. Where you stagger them, I guess. I'm going to fill this back up. Probably a good 40% water change. Seemed like it was pretty steep. Let's clean off the algae off of this. You know?
SelectPet said that's how I do mine seahorses.
Yeah.
Throwing one out every 6 months except when I procrastinate. Then it gets like 7 or 8 months on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't use any sort of like prime or safe or any of that stuff for ammonia. Or not ammonia. Chlorine. Because I'm running 2 carbon block filters. So to me that removes as much chlorine as I need. But that's another reason actually your filters are good, because if the chlorine's getting passed, then the fish are going to be affected. What are you looking at? Still filling. Cool. Cool, cool. The clicker is here. It's going to fill up. I am going to get the carbon block filters out real quick. One. We'll do the fill tube. Probably should have did it before I started filling. That would have been smart, right? God forbid. Using my brain. Close this door a little bit. Oh! Need a tool for that. I've been meaning to change these filters, so I guess today is the day. I still have 2 left. Should they start doing what? A little bit easier on the filters, I guess. Let's get.
Window Licker #5 said we can only help you so much, LOL.
It only helped me so much. That's right. With the 2 blocks, you wind up with 0.001% of chlorine, making it to the tank. That's better level than with most chemical. Yeah, exactly. Dechlorinators. Yeah. What I read, I was doing a little research on that. A carbon block filter will remove 80% of the chlorine on the first pass. So let's say you have 1,000 parts per million, you would end up with 200 parts per million. And then second carbon block filter does 80% of that. So then you drop it down to like 16 parts per million. Cold. Doesn't like the cold. Got alarms. Telling me it got below 75. Check on it. Yep. Adolfoes, we got Tapajos, the what are they called? Pyrocephalus now. The best of them. There's a firemouse cichlids, 2 of them. Stories, a couple a pleco, but we will never see him ever. And what else? That's about it. The rainbow goby. Pretty low key tank. Trying to fight the Blackbeard. It's kind of like, seems like I.
Select Pet said, Jason, do you run sediment filters or any other kinds of stations in your line with the carbon blocks?
Not. I do not. I was looking at. No, there was some resins that you can add, like inline filters, but I don't know what I'd be filtering. I don't have a whole lot of iron in the water. I don't have a whole lot of, you know, every time I tested it, it's been 0 for phosphates, 0 nitrates, 0. So we're potassium. I think I did test that once a long time ago. That potassium test is a big. Well, I don't do it. It's like it's very convoluted. You almost need like a chemistry bench to do it. All right, this is almost done. I'll change the filter. I could probably turn this back on actually. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Chooching. Did miss a spot. See it. There. Yeah, that's on the outside of the tank. Yeah. Oh, there. That's pretty much almost done. Let's fill up a little more. I need more plants. That's for sure. My last order got canceled, man. Well, I guess it's better that he canceled it and sent me some crappy plants, because that would be probably worse. At least I appreciate the honesty. He's like, yeah, these don't look good. I'm not selling them to you, so here's your money back. Which is, yeah, I appreciate it. Even though it sucked I didn't get plants, but rather that than just get some crappy plants.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said you should run a sediment filter before if your carbon filter clogs up, then a silicate filter when you got problems with bryopsis.
Sorry. Let me clarify this. Here, actually, I'll do you one better. I'll show you. Let me need the tool. Need a screwdriver. Donde es? I think using a nickel or something. Just need something to twist that stupid screw thing. Yeah. Well, here, let's do this real quick. Because I gotta switch cameras and it'll just be easier this way. I am gonna change this carbon block first. Then we'll get into it. Oops. Whatever. Let's clicky clicky. Clicky clicky. It's the one we want. I do have, alright, so I do have sediment filters before the carbon block. But that's on the whole house. The whole house goes through 2 sediment filters and then a carbon block. And this is the fill tube alone for my my fish tanks. There is a mixing valve here that mixes hot and cold water that I can set a rough temperature. It's a mechanical valve, so it's not perfect. But it mixes hot and cold here. Hopefully you can see this. Hot and cold here, and it comes down here to this is another carbon block filter. And this is the one that goes right to the fill tube that I use for the fish tanks. So, see, righty tighty. Oh. Probably should have put a bucket under that. Let's do that real quick.
Crazy Four Seahorses said nice setup.
Thanks. It's a little cramped in this corner, so, and this is an old house, so bear with it. But you know, this house is almost 100 years old. So. It's got, you know, got some character. All right. This bucket. Now this is a carbon filter. It's pretty heavy. Usually when they're heavy, it means they've been collecting stuff for a while. As opposed to the brand new ones are pretty light. Throw this out. So yeah, I mean, I bought this whole thing at like whatever, this whole thing at Home Depot and wire and plumbed it all up. Basically, you put the filter in. I don't think there's a top and a bottom. Can't find the threads. There we go. And just tighten it. And tight. A little more. Tighten. Give it a good tweak. Good. Now, turn this on. I'll let it run for a few minutes to flush out some carbon. In the meantime, you guys can watch that for a sec. Spitting. Ooh, there it goes. Carbon black. Trying to read. Oh, come on. Stuck. Alright, whatever. You can do that while I move the other camera. This one over here. Jeez Louise. Okay. It's a clicker. My dirty sink anymore. Bum 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 bum. Nice setup. As long as it works, I'm fine with it. Yep. All right, we're looking at a wall. This is I gotta finish this corner yet, but bare drywall for now. Go. That. 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 Oh, there we go. This is the whole house filter. Guess I can shut off that for now. Probably flushed enough. Oh, Jesus. Oh. What happens with all these hoses? It's a trip hazard. Here, I need a smaller bucket. I can change these filters easier. There's the thing, there's the other thing. Should change the sediment filters too, huh? Do I have sediment filters? Think of it. Let me check. Just can go back. I should have sediment filters. If not, I need to buy them. I don't know if I do, actually. Do I? Have a sediment filter. Alright, I guess we're going to do that swapping sediment filter trick. Because I only have one.
Aquatic Moose said, wow. Jason actually got bullied into doing something.
I know, isn't that wild? Alright, so...
Window Licker #5 said, I just looked up the coop and I'm wondering if a 6-pack mystery box looks like a good savings and the regular stock seems good.
6-pack, what? Oh, I know what I do. This is what I did last time. Not this bucket. I remember how I did this to keep the water from spilling everywhere. But I remember. I use my little tray. Usually used for algae and stuff. First things first. Shut the house off. Alright, it's the shut off valve. Open up one of these drains. This one's the lowest one in the entire house. So all the water should come out there.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said, I'm sorry for pressuring you to do something you want to do anyway.
Something I need to do. Alright, so this is the first one in line. Whoops. I'm like, why is that playing?
Cons! What?
Okay. This is the first one in line, so this one's probably the one that's going to get thrown out. Bam, tossed. This one's second in line, so I'm going to move the second one to the first one in line. I'm going to put the new one in the second spot. This one's getting changed out entirely. Well, that made sense. So I guess I'll do this one first. Bump, 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 bump. Number 2, look at that. See, that's not exactly
Aquatic
clean.
Moose said, why did the camera change?
Did it? No. Probably because I hit all the buttons, that's why. I guess we're not looking at that camera, huh?
Peplin Creek Aquatic said your camera switched shots.
Sorry. I bumped it, alright? Anyway, here's what this one looks. Not exactly white. That's what the clean ones are, but this is the second one in line. Change one in its place.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said better than looking at a wall.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. What you guys are here for, man. Otherwise, I'd screw this all up. Smokes. There we go.
Fishroom said it feels like you just changed those filters not long ago.
September 15th, apparently. That's how long ago that was. It's over here. We do this one. This one's probably going to be worse. This is the first one in line. Quite a bit of a difference, huh? You can see that.
Aquatic Moose said, I wonder what bacteria or minerals changed the color of that filter.
It's probably, I mean, I live in kind of this is an old town. So, a lot of, I guess, iron stuff in the water. That's trash. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Seems good. That seems good. Now we're gonna do the last carbon block, and I gotta order filters too.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, if you got a lot of old corroding iron pipes, they get nice brown red.
Yeah. There you go.
Window Licker Hash 5 said the coop has a 6-pack of mystery plants for $42.99, or pick your own at $8 to $10 each.
Interesting. Interesting. Coops now, are they all like they moved to Kentucky as far as their shipping warehouse? That's the word I'm looking for. Is that correct? Is that move finished? Are they there? It's been a while since I bought any plants from the coop. Just because, you know, I've had issues in the past. Plants taking like a week and a half to get here. It's supposed to be 2-day shipping. And then, of course, everything's dead because it took 2 weeks to get here. But it was coming from, you know, Washington State or whatever. I think it was Washington, right? So that's like across the entire country. So I get it. All right, what are we at here? Where are we? Let's put the new one in here today. Yes. Gotta put this back. Turn on the water. Everything flow.
Select Pet said yes. Co-op is shipping out of Lexington, KY full-time.
Cool. Well, maybe time to give him a shot.
Window Licker Hash 5 said yes, the move is fully finished.
This is fully finished. Let's turn it on.
Crazy Four Seahorses said yeah, but public tap water is still crap, even in Europe, and we got excellent water.
Yeah, no. Water coming out of the tubes. All right, let's toss the filters. Dump this down the drain. We'll let that run for a few minutes to flush the lines. And I think that's it. I think we're going to call this done. Where are these stickers? Ah, yeah. I knew I was forgetting something. Let's do this. It would really help if I had dry fingers. Sure I'm not leaking. Leakins. Let's tweak this just a little more, just to be safe.
Aquatic Moose said, I heard Germany's water
Aquatic?
comes from surface sources that are prone to quick contamination,
Oh, yeah.
so they use clams with sensors to detect impurities.
Interesting. Well, I guess that would make sense, because clams, like, you know, they would clam up when the water ain't so hot. Whoa. All right. Let me get a new label. What is today? February 2nd. It's Groundhog's Day. All right. Apparently the last time I used this thing was on when I printed that out. Two, five, print 2 copies. Nope. Print 1. Print another. Cool. Tell you what, man, having a label maker's sweet. It's definitely sweet. Alright, we probably flushed this enough. So I'm gonna shut it off. February 2nd. 2025. Finished.
Crazy Four Seahorses said yup cams and some small fishies for controlling water the natural way.
Yeah. I am going to. Okay, let's switch the camera.
Aquatic Moose said. Aquatic Moose said aquatic.
Aquatic Moose said aquatic. Alright, we should be looking at the tank we just changed. Let's put this back. Out. Screwdriver back. Change the tag on this filter. So then what? 6 months from now would be August. Hopefully we change it again before August. Alright, cool. Everything's done. Alright. Need to get some sediment filters, so I gotta remember that. Shopping list. Okay. Tanks. Tanks for the fun. That tank's done. I think this tank at least with the algae on the glass, you can't even see in the tank, it's got so much green spot. Let me move you up. Better. Now let's move this out of the way. I was gonna do the bypass, but I think I might do that on the saltwater tank. Because while I did cyanobacteria, it's coming back, but I have been trying to keep up on the water changes, so if I stay up on it, it'll be alright. But let's get rid of this green spot so we can actually see in this tank. Plus it's a little low. Last time I filled it up, I didn't fill it all the way. Let's do that. We'll get some mops and we'll take a look at that. Speaking of mops, I gotta work. What do you call it? My fry system. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking. I got a lot of kind of like. I'm gonna swing it around. I got this fry rack over here. At 5-gallon tanks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 5-gallon tanks. However, I'm only currently using 4. But using them to hatch out fry. There are no heaters on these tanks. But at the end of the day, that tank is empty. That tank has 2 little babies in it that you go to the parents' colony. This tank has some fish. That tank is empty. The other side, the bottom tank is empty. You know what I mean? I got
SubUFL Aquatic said,
pretty much this whole rack is almost empty. Yeah. Well, cause, from my understanding, the cause is a bacterial infection in the head of the fish, right? And the bacteria starts growing behind the eyes and creates pressure. And that it's kind of like, like
Crazy Four
So what I'm looking
Seahorses
for.
said,
Abscess.
I'm still
Thank
jealous
you.
about how good your Cayano is growing. I could
Thanks.
need more when I try to breed my Stolberries.
Yeah, well, I need to get some of those strawberries and feed them up. They'll be happy. Yeah, so an abscess, I guess, eventually, and I guess in the head, and it creates that pressure and pushes the eyes out. That's at least how I understand it. Which, left long term, well, I mean, will kill the fish. So it's not great. All right. What were we doing? We're doing this tank. Before we started talking about solar. Started looking at solar.
Select Pet said, very good explanation, Jason.
Well, thanks.
SWFL Aquatics said it's not contagious, right?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, whatever caused the bacterial infection in the first place. But, yeah, I don't think it's contagious. Like, I don't think, other than, you know, how'd they get it in the first place, I guess. Stress, maybe? Looking at this. Why do I keep changing? Oh, because I was going to set up, I think I should set up this first and then let this run. Because I was going to use the bypass filter or whatever, siphon. Some stuff around. I got to free up some stuff. Ooh. All right, what I should do is plug this. I'll show this off.
Crazy
in a sec
Four
here.
Seahorses said it's usually lower water quality over time and stress.
Yeah, yeah, that's done. Yeah, usually a lot of underlying causes is, yeah, something does something to them. All right.
Select Pet said, Popeye is more a symptom than an illness.
Yeah, I would agree. It's kind of like people with like dropsy, right? I think dropsy is more of a symptom than an illness, but a lot of people seem to think dropsy is an illness. I think dropsy is a symptom of something, like, and it's usually fatal at that point. When you have dropsy, it's usually fatal. I had one fish once come back from a dropsy looking situation, pine cone and all that good stuff. All right, that's that. Let's move. I gotta move back because I gotta get the saltwater tub over here. So let me move this. These wires.
CWFL Aquatics said it stressed bad in last cold front, almost died.
Wow. Just found glass on the floor. Where that came from. Okay. Sorry, hang on. I'm putting this hose away. Spilling water. All right. That's out of the
Aquatic
way.
Moose said Popeye is a character based on a man that loves spinach.
This is true. This is true. Popeye the Sailor Man. All right. We got the water. We got the water. Okay.
SWFL Aquatics said treated tank yesterday. Look way better.
Nice. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna unplug the canister filter that's on this tank for now. Whoops. Knock some rocks over. Stop the siphon. Okay. Now, let's do this. How this works. This is a siphon. Fill this with water, it creates a siphon. This is actually the siphon part. Water drains down to this level. Hose. Real easy to start. Stick it under the water. Wiggle it around, get all the air out of both tubes. Oops. Knocking that thing all over the place. Bada bing. Water's coming out. Now, I usually use this pleco cave is like the perfect thing to fit right here. Lift it up a little bit so it doesn't drain so deep. That out of there. Siphon thingy, surface skimmer. Let me.
Crazy
Off.
4 seahorses said that's why I kept my koi over winter indoor in a pond. I dogged out and used the indoor for spawn and babies when the bigger ones enjoyed the sun.
Nice. I want to soak up the sun. I'm going to test this water just to make sure I didn't. Nothing but. Paranoid that I'm just going to put distilled water straight in that tank and not any salt. So I made it a personal habit to test the water every time. Even though I made the salt, I know it has salt in it. Check on myself because sometimes I space things off. I think I do something that I don't. All right. Now, I have this. That's a trash
Window
can
Licker Hash
full of
5
salt
said,
water.
does anyone fill their tanks before a water changes? And would you think this helps the water quality more?
Fill your tank before a water change? I mean, obviously putting any sort of new water is going to help the water quality get better, right? You're just diluting whatever was in there. Assuming it's not horrible, it's just kind of, it would help. I mean, all right. Look at it this way. Tank's down to here. And let's say your phosphates were at 50, okay? You, to fill it up to here, would probably dilute it to 45, 40, I'm just guessing, 40 parts per million, and then you do the huge water change, and then fill it back up. It's obviously going to have a bigger effect than if you just water changed it up. Diluted it a little bit first. So 50% of 45 as opposed to 50% of 50, right? You did a 50% water change. That's kind of how I look at it. But I usually don't, I usually don't fill them up just to drain them, to fill them up again. That's just me. Okay.
Crazy 4 seahorses said it can help to remove crab.
Crap. All right. I have that pump in the salt water. Plug it in right now.
Benjamin Peters said, good morning, Jason and chat.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. That turn on? Sound like it turned on.
Select Pet said basically it would be a larger water change.
Yeah.
Higher percentage of new water.
Higher percentage, exactly. It's not working. Working. Percussive maintenance. Yes, we did. Now it's working. Want to soak up the sun. Pumping. Tell me this pump is like. It's trying. Where are we stuck at? We need a little more percussive maintenance. No, it's not working anymore. I hear it humming. Roar! Well, that may explain a whole lot. Fucked up algae there. Oh, I can feel the motor humming, but the impeller's not twisted. There she goes. Apparently there was a lot of algae in there. How or why? There we go. Whoa. Need to turn that down a little. Oh man, what is going on? I can't turn this. Apparently, I bought a cheap little thing because it's rusty. It's all rusted. All right, so as that fills up slowly, it's gonna be loud. Stupid pump likes to make a lot of noise. Makes like no noise unless it's hitting something. Like that, it just rattles like crazy. Try and keep it there. Oh.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, when you can store water with the temp you'll need. I would suggest a bottom drain with valve, as
Yeah.
some discus breeder do 90, 100, 150% WC.
Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, I guess some people are, you know, whatever. Fish like clean water, I'll tell you that. So this is gonna chooch for a little while.
Window liquor #5 said Jason is that the flounder tank at the end.
On the left,
I think
yeah.
it needs some water.
A little bit, yeah, on that end, yeah. Well, we can do that too. I have some water. Actually have brackish water sitting around. Which reminds me, I need to break down this 1 5-gallon tank. Anyway, so those that don't know, this when this fills up to wherever that line, that hole was in that thing, it'll start draining. It drains down into this bucket. This bucket is tied into a timer that when I feel like it, it is at a point. I have a, here so you can see a little better. That orange thing sitting on the bucket is an alarm that lets me know that the bucket is full. When the bucket's full, I turn that pump on and just drain the water out that hose. So this will just slowly change water over time. Just kind of trickling, trickling, trickling. I want to clean this algae out of this thing. Pretty sure this is the intake here. Ow. Ooh.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, I guess your flounders will enjoy the cyano tank.
Flounder tank's actually doing pretty good. It wouldn't be a bad idea. We could feed them, I think. Let's see. Let's see what that tank looks like. Well, because this is going to take a while. So this is probably going to run for the rest of the morning, maybe even after lunch. Because it's going to take a while, and there's a lot of water in there. So I'm going to put this lid on here to keep dirty cats out. Mr. Jones is on the prowl. All right. There is no coffee. All right, let's go over here. Let's turn this camera around. Should be good. This is that camera, I believe. This tank used to be where I kept my cyanodorsal colony. However, I've since moved them out and not done anything with this tank, and it is now drained down here. Well, evaporated down to there. So that's probably like some salty water. But I need to. I was going to use this tank. I don't know, man. Either way, I got to take the heater off this tank because like the heater's not even like half in the water anymore. So, ooh, I got a big. Let me move the salt water or salt that I had over there out the way. This step ladder. Not sure what to do with this tank. Like I said, I don't know. Ow. I was gonna use this. This is an auto feeder. On the other side. This really isn't much easier getting over. Alright, we're starting to drain the other tank.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, have a look. May some invertebrate could be still alive. They are hardy.
True. I will look. Well, we can look together. The other thing I need to do is disconnect that heater. Which is this. Get on the other side. Boom. Connected. Also unhook that, the air. Now this tank should be free except the light. The light off. There. Grab the plug. Oh my god. Oh my god. Going all the way over here by the sink. Take a look. I didn't really have anything in here when I did have the fish in here, so I highly doubt there's anything around. There were some plants in here, but yeah. That's neither. Let's free up the plant mass. Rinse the cedar off. This is just one of those set it or whatever auto like beta tank heaters or whatever they call them. They just you can't change the temp; they're already just preset heaters. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. Get out of the way. You're looking at nothing now. Looking at a blank spot there. Put you on the other camera for a sec. What did I do with the clicker? Good question. What did I do with the clicker? The last time I saw it. Right there. Yeah. Let's get the flashlight out and see if I can see anything in that tank. And the plants were in there. Maybe I take the plants out. Throw them somewhere. Good. See anything moving in here? Nope. Plants look like they're just tossing everything. Take the sponge filter out. Let's rinse this sponge filter.
Crazy Four Seahorses said heaters ain't my thing. They cook to much money later too. Cold than cooking fish and coral, so I heat my rooms.
Yeah, that's probably the better. I should start doing that. Like, well, I need to do a little more changes down here before I can start heating this place. Because that seems like I'd have to do a little more down here. Like, probably need a door between the laundry room and the fish room. This is pretty nasty. Throw out this wad of plants. Let's clean this tank as best I can. So, I was talking about this earlier with the fry rack, right? I think maybe I just break that fry rack down and just use the 10 gallons on the rack I already have as fry tanks. Because there's really nothing in there at the moment I mean, I do use them for quarantine tanks when I have things in quarantine. But for the most part, just empty tanks. So, I don't know. Kind of on the fence. Not sure what to do. Man, this water's cold. Oh, smoking is cold.
Crazy Four Seahorses said get some seahorses and start breeding and use the fry rack properly.
There you go. Well, that would be fun. I should, honestly, I gotta do something with that saltwater tank. Like, that Aptasia problem is out of hand. And that's one of the reasons, like, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if I can cure this problem now because it's taken over.
Aquatic Moose said frickin' planaria, laughing at me and squirming along the glass as I mess up the no planaria dosage.
Oof. Heard that no planaria stuff will kill shrimp. I've never used it, I don't think. This empty tank back here. We are going there. Empty tank, right? Can this sink out? All the gunk. It's the lid. It's been a while since I used this tank. Anyway. So it's in a good spot. I mean, honestly, this tank probably didn't need a heater, if I remember correctly, because it's like...
Window Liquor #5 said, what fry do you want to pump out?
That's a good
And
question.
how much do what to have? Do you have a place to sell them?
I don't have a place to sell them. I've just been kind of doing it.
said, hello, my fishy friends. I gotta wake up and catch a few fish for Henry.
Yeah, there you go. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's put this back on. Lid. White. An empty tank. Empty tank.
Congratulations. Why are we always yelling on the membership milestone? Why are we always yelling has been an extraordinary aquarist for 5 months.
Congrats. Thanks. Okay, so that's an empty tank now. All right, let me let's go back here. Like I said, I got the fry rack here. None of these have heaters. I got an empty tank there. This has 2 fry in it. That can probably get moved out. This has like 3 or 4 redfin rainbows. I can easily add them to another tank. So this is empty. This is would be empty.
Crazy
that would be
Four
empty.
Seahorses
That's
said
4 tanks right there.
seahorses.
That's everything right here.
Clownfish, cardinals, gobies are like guppies of the marine world, easy to breed compared to other marine stuff.
The other option.
Select Pet said OCA is a good place to sell them.
There you go. Not a bad idea. When is that? Is that coming up? When is that? Been asked about the OCA a couple times now. I don't even know when it is. Or, you know, I just keep the fry rack, and we were going to talk about doing like the...
Why are we always yelling, said extraordinary aquarist.
You know it. I was talking about turning this all into like one system where it's all in the same heater, shares the same water. It's still an idea, and 5 gallons do work a lot better for the fry because it's smaller, easier to maintain. Could just add more fish, more tanks. I could do these things. But honestly, I mean, we got to think about this. Like, all right, what I should do is I have labels. Yep, I still have them. I'm going to put, let's go with green. A green little sticker.
Select
like
Pet
things.
said OCA is weekend before Thanksgiving. There's
Okay.
a number of fish tubers that said they will be there already.
Sweet. Okay. This tank
Crazy Four
is
Seahorses
empty.
said if you want to breed ain't working since babies and eggs getting drained in the filter.
Well, I would make sure that there was an overflow. The tank I just drained is empty, obviously. This tank down here is empty. I'm just putting stickers on tanks that are empty. Or I should say that have no fish in them. They have snails. Some have shrimp. That one's empty. This one's empty. That one's empty.
Aquatic Moose said, from what I read, no planaria will not harm shrimp at most concentrations, but snails will be doomed at higher concentrations.
Gotcha.
Planaria with less, so there's a sweet spot.
That one's empty. One on the other side that's empty. That one up top is empty. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 empty tanks. Right? There's also fry in the tank over there that can be moved, and that would be empty. 8 empty tanks. They're all 10 gallons. Well, one of them's a 5. I don't know, man. I don't know. Got to get up on this. No planaria will not harm shrimp at most concentrations. And
Crazy
Empire
Four
Dirt says
Seahorses said I
not
got
mine.
fine filters as fry protection, but ain't working for seahorses get stuck, and gobies' eggs are to fine.
Yeah, I guess that does matter. What I had been doing is I have like these. Ideally, what I was talking about doing is drilling overflows back of these tanks. I'd put a sponge on there so that no fry or eggs get through it, and then have it basically how I have these tanks set up. This tank drains into that tank and drains into the sump. Pump back up, drains to that tank, drains to the sump. Something like that, but on this rack system. I don't know, man. We got a lot to do. I need to.
Window Liquor #5 said you need to think of what fish you want, how much work you want to add or subtract.
Exactly.
What's the end game?
What is the end game? That is a good question. Speaking of fry, we should probably check on them. See how they're doing. So let's move this. I will drop this down and we will see if there are any fry in here. These are the Gertrudes? No, yes. But our yeah, this is the Gertrude tank. However, most of my Gertrudes have been hatched in the other tank. I do need to move them. Yeah, too. Let me move the camera. Other camera. Catch some fish. And we got another empty tank. Empty tanks everywhere, man. Oh, we were going to look at it. I'm all over the place, man. I'm all over the place. You're going to have to just real quick. Ouch. Oh yeah, these dudes are definitely big. I can see they're probably breeding in here. There's probably going to be more babies.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, I may should try Thad with my rack, could give my fry one more chance to hold on since all my tanks drain to the sump.
Yeah, and as long as, keep an eye on the sump too. I found fry in my sumps. Not often. What did I do with that light? Oh, it's over here and it's still on. Didn't leave it over. Okay. Looking at that. See if we see any babies. Well, I see nothing. The moss is looking good though. Yep. I see some detritus worms. That's about it. Okay, these are the Gertrudes. So let me take, this is blue. Gonna have to do some attack, start and get some hair algae in there. Alright, let's see if we can see anything in the mop. This is the Gertrude mop. Smell.
WFL Aquatics said I
Yo.
was cleaning canister filter, found live panda cory in top of filter.
Nice. He was a lucky dude. I don't see any eggs. Oh, I do see a egg. Look at that right there. Doo doo doo. This is better than no eggs. There might be more in here too. It's kind of hard to. As I started doing the Richard Reynolds
Fatney
method,
said
man.
good morning.
Good morning. So that was
Crazy
blue.
Four Seahorses said in my sump, I got a
Red
colony of mice's shrimps to clean up. They eat anything that's get in it.
Nice. Gonna take the red mop out. That goes back. Rinse this one.
Windowlicker #5 said maybe do some lines of guppies or angels or rice fish.
Angels
Talk
would
to
be cool.
LFS. Let the fry rack help recoup some cash or food for the fish room.
Yeah, true. I should I gotta think about this. It's a lot. It's a lot of decisions here. All right, so nothing in that tank. So that's almost full. I'll turn that on soon. Slid back. Think. Okay. We need to put a red mop. Do that in a minute. I want to clean that tank a little bit first. But let's finish with the fry. See if I can get you guys. Oh, bear with me, you're gonna go blind. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. All right. Where we at here? I need that light. What do I do with it? Grab my phone. All right, this is the Gertrude, or sorry, Cyanodorsalis. I did have a fry in here. This colony has been struggling for me
Crazy
for a
Four
little while.
Seahorses said you could use some tanks to breed live foods or raise brine shrimp.
There he is. He's in this corner. This guy's been doing all right. I'm trying to grow. It's probably where I'm screwing this up. Is I'm trying to.
Thank you, Fatney, for the $5. 00
Right on.
get super sticker. You rock!
Well, I got real excited. Thanks, Fat Tony. Appreciate it, man. And you definitely made the bot very excited. She got a little crazy. Okay. What I was saying was, this is freshwater. The colony is in brackish. There's one fry in here, and he's really freaking out right now, so not to spook him too much. I don't think I see any others. Yep, just that one. So I'm going to pull this red mop out. This mop has been in here about a month. I swap them out. I have red, green, and blue.
Fishroom
But I'm going to
said
change
I'm trying
that.
to pick a pseudo-moogle rainbow to breed. Which one do you guys think is prettiest, easiest?
I know Luminatus are a huge favorite with a lot of people. They're very cool. I have a colony myself. I got that from the disease. Yeah, Luminatus. I like Gertrudes. The Frickatas are always cool. Those are probably the most well-known, I would say. Either Luminatus or Frickatas are probably the ones that have been, I guess, the most you would find the most. Let's see if there's any eggs in the main colony. Anyway, so my whole point was I was trying to get a colony going in freshwater, along with the brackish. But it's been a struggle, and my main colony is kind of really dwindling. So I don't know. I might need to get some fresh blood. These are really hard to find, so that's the rub. See if there's any eggs. Seeing any. There are times when I pull this mop out and there'd be nothing but eggs in here. I think maybe they just aged, you know? I got them like at the Triple Crown in Kentucky. That was what, 21? 22? 22?
Crazy Four Seahorses said my next freshwater project is breeding rainbow shiners.
So this colony's been going for almost 3 years now. Not seeing any eggs, but I mean, there's none in there. Let's hope for the best. Alright, yeah, down below. These are the frickatas. Oops. These guys are doing good. This might be big enough to move to the main colony. Whoa. Take a look. Yeah, these guys are definitely big enough. There's 4 of them. Holy old. Last, is that Hydra? Might be Hydra on the glass. That's not good. Doesn't look like Hydra though. Huh. Well, I think probably get these guys out too. Move them to their parents.
Crazy Four Seahorses said so. 3i still breeding? How many F generations do you keep?
Well, I've been just pretty much colony breeding them. So as they get bigger, I just throw them back into the colony, all the fry. And then I just have a bigger, like doing that. Ideally, I should be splitting some of these up and making F1s, F2s. But lately I've just been just colony breeding. Let me get the, what do you call it? Specimen container. I'm gonna try and catch these guys. Put them in with their parents. Back to the colony. Ideally, you know, I should start a breeding project, honestly. Ooh, look how full that is. It's probably time to kick that on. Let's kick that on before the alarm goes off. How about that? So where's the plug for the pump? It's over there. It's right here. Grab the pump, plug it in. Let's say, what is that? Was that about 30 minutes? Kick on the pump. It's now draining that bucket. Here, since I'm talking about it, I should probably be showing it. This pump is now on. It's now draining this bucket. Slowly changing water in the saltwater tank. I'll let this pump run. It gets low enough, and then I have like a
Select Pet
timer
said
I can
colony
change it.
raising you can't really track F larger fish can be the same F as smaller ones, and then if they breed with different F levels than them, it breaks it.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Yeah, I wasn't tracking it. I was just doing it to, you know, kind of keep the colony going. That shut off? Good. That pump was not on long enough.
Daniken Aquatics said,
Ew.
"Morning, Jason. What up, fish people?"
Good morning, Mr. Kenny. That's really loud. I'm hearing a lot of rattle in here. This is that's the off time. No wonder I'm doing it wrong. On time. That's what I changed. We only had it to 30 seconds. All right, there we go. I moved the wrong thing. All right. Sucking air. Put it there. So every 30 minutes, it'll pump on for a minute. That bucket. Okay. For that, back to here. Get this. I probably should have grabbed a net. Well, let's see. See what I can do without it. Not good. I got one. Two, actually. You go out there.
Select Pet said I prefer colony breeding when it can happen. It's how it works in nature and will make stronger fish.
Yeah, true. Catch these other two? No, they're like, go get that one. I did get them. Now it's way too full. About 3 of them. No, I caught all 4. Now I get it out. Some water. I get them all. I did. Look at that. No net. That's pretty cool. I don't see any other fish. Cool. Alright. I'm going to put these 4. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I saw 4. Alright, I'm going to put it over here with the parents. Or with the main colony. That acclimate for a few. That was probably very similar. But actually, start drip acclimating something. Because the TESs are probably different, or the whatever. Here's the mop from that tank. From the parents. Filled with eggs. Like, these guys are prolific breeders, man. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a lot of eggs in this mop. Some of them, that egg looks like it even has eyeballs. That makes me think. That one certainly looks like something alive in there. Get it in there for now. There's a little baby in there. let's see something. I have thing. Actually, I'd probably look better with that. Tank water. This little baseball card thing. Off of me. Get off of me. Fortunately, I can't get the egg off me. Where'd it go? There we go. Now I got it. Sorry, you guys cannot see any of this. There's an egg. Right there. I'm going to take my macro camera real quick and we're going to take a picture of this. I'm going to see. Should probably do that over here. It's like, dude, it's on my desk. I haven't moved it. Actually, I'm gonna move this to my desk so I can. Might be hard to take a picture just standing here with the macro lens. You gotta get close. Take this. Here. See if we can do it. We can do it. Turn it on. Okay.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said Jason set up an egg watch for that egg.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a camera that I can do that much. That can run macro that long. Let's put it that way. What do I do with the egg? Close to that bubble. Where is it? Nope. Now we're focused a little. It's the wrong bubble. That's one. There we go. Now I found it. Come on, you're gonna do it. Dude. Whoa. Sorry, buddy. You're rocking and rolling. First of all, I'm going to take a picture so you guys can see. Dim. See if I can. Have to. Is that I have to go to autofocus to turn the light thing on. Whoops, that's all out of focus. Alright, good enough. And I'm going to put this back in the tank. Live free, dude. Alright. Let's look at that in a minute here. Set this down. And I guess we're done with that. Oh, I gotta take the red mop out. Oh. Baby's gotta survive. Egg watch. That'd be cool. I always wanted to do the whole, like I have that video on my channel about the pseudos, and that was done, like it took like 12 days, something like that to hatch. So, and obviously the macro camera can only, I think it can only do video for like 5 minutes at whatever, any decent resolution. So, I would need a macro lens or something for my everyday webcams, I guess, or I just need a different camera. Head mops go there. That was the fricatas. The change water out of that thing. Just taking a couple droppers of water out of that specimen container. Putting a couple drops of tank water in. A couple dropper fools. Do that again, like. Alright, that's the only other thing we gotta look at here is.
Select Pet said I miss Pack a Bowl. I've
Yeah.
suggested the Nashville Club do that as a competition, but
That
not
was
sure
fun.
they'll go for it.
was fun. Maybe it'll come back someday. All right, let's see. Do I have? Let's see if there's any Illuminatus in the tank. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, I got a question how you got planaria. So are eggs on plants? Why no quarantine? I QT anything new learned that with my marine tanks.
All right.
Don't Ginger Me said look into USB probe cams. Like for checking plumbing issues, low cost
Oh,
but
yeah.
solid picture. Fish
Interesting.
eye lens too.
That's an idea. That's an idea. All right. I don't know what the other question was. Hang on, pull this mop out. All right, let me see. Got a question how you got planaria. So they are eggs on plants. Why no quarantine? IQT anything new? I don't have planaria. At least I don't have. I'm sure I get planaria, but I don't have a problem with it. It's not like overrun or anything. So I'm not sure. I quarantine all the fish that come in. Plants, yeah, somewhat. Not really. A lot of people dip, but you get snails too.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said the digital cameras are like $20.
Nice. Thought I saw some eggs. Yeah, there's a egg or two in here, so hopefully get that to hatch. Take the red mop out. Snails off of it. Take this out. That's pretty much all the mops for the week. I have red ones to put in. I do this every 2 weeks, but I'm thinking I really need to step this up to like weekly for the mops, for it to actually make a difference or matter. I was talking about that a couple of times on the streams, how I feel like I need to step up the mops. But I use 3 different colors and I rotate them every 2 weeks, so the mops are in the tank for a month, right? Roughly. So that gives them plenty of time for anything to hatch, I would think, that was stuck in the mop. So I got a red mop, a green mop, and a blue mop, right? That's 3. So 2 weeks, the mop sits in the main tank and goes into the fry tank, right? And for 2 weeks, the mop sits in the tank, and then it goes in the fry tank.
Here comes the rain
And then
again,
for 2 weeks,
falling
sits
on
in the
my
tank,
head like
and
a
then it goes in the fry tank, and this one
memory,
goes out.
falling on my
So
head like a new emotion.
6 weeks maybe before they get changed.
Select Pet said,
Good
have
morning,
you found you
Fishymon.
get more or less production when BBA is present? One of my species, I get higher production with green hair algae.
Yeah, that's a very possibility. I don't know. I'm not very consistent with it, so that's part of the problem. What's up, Fishymon? Good morning. All right, let's catch the Gertrudes and get ready to put them in with their parents. I gotta move this out of here.
Whip's World said balls!
Whoa!
I'm so late!
Whoa! Good morning, Whip. Good morning, Whippenstein.
Fishymon64 said, good morning, everyone, and Jazrin.
Good morning, Fishymon.
Nancy B. in Tennessee said, green hair algae is nature's spawning mop.
Yeah, true. Truth. All right. Yep. I think we're done looking at fry for a moment. Well, we're gonna deal with some fry. So let's change cameras to this. That's the right camera. We're gonna be looking at a algae-infested tank. It's got little babies in it. Maybe we aren't. Oh yeah, we are. A little too close, but I think we get. Yeah. Smokes. I should have. I should have done that. See how many we can get without the net. Any? Hope if I can see what I'm doing too. Nope. I think it'd be easier if we just use the net. Get one. Oh wait. Yeah, maybe. There was one there, but I'm gonna try the blue one. Told you my theory on this. I don't think some fish can see blue very well. So they don't see the net, they just see object. The darkness coming for them.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, do you have to clean spawning mops? As I have to do with my baby seahorse's decoration, so I don't grow stinging polyps or so.
I just, usually what I do is I rinse them out real well and then I let them dry. So, kind of how I clean my mops. Figure if anything aquatic dries out, it probably isn't going to live. That's my thought. Gosh, that guy did some kind of algae. Air algae, holy smokes. Maybe we should get this out of there. Put you there for now. Guarantee you there's probably going to be frying here from these guys. You'd be surprised how fast these pseudos breed. Like, the moment you can tell that a male from a female, I guarantee you they're ready to lay eggs and start spawning. Like, it's pretty. I did it in my Cyanodorsalis colony. Like, I mean, they were barely out of fry stage and I had eggs. I was like, holy cow. All right. Well, there's more in here than just two. I don't know where they went, though. Down in the corner over there. Down by the river. Come on, you. Go. There you go. It's three. Oh, can't stand like this. There's another one over there. Don't know where you went. You are freaking out. That's all I can tell. I don't know where he is. See him. Saw him darting around. There. It's four. There is a ton of algae on this thing. Placing this off on here. Wad. Said wad.
Window liquor #5 said, Jason, your water lines are freaking me out. PLR's run the hose around the room. My OCD or something, but it's really freaking me out. LOL.
Whatever. What's freaking you out? Water lines are freaking me out. Please run the hose around the room. I don't understand. What's freaking you out? The hose around the room. What are you talking about? I'm very confused. What water lines? I don't know what I'm doing to freak you out, man. The water lines that are here in this house have been here for 100 years. I see them, but I can't get through all the stupid algae to get to them. Yeah, there you go. Good. I got you. Gotta take a look at that chat, window licker, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Whip's World said, "You don't have enough water in your tanks."
Oh, this
Come on,
water
man.
line. That water. Alright. This is true. This one has, I did let this go a little bit. Alright, I understand now.
Window Licker #5 said the water levels of the tanks are low. It's winter. It must be dry.
Yeah, it is dry. Very dry. Yeah. I should, well, we'll do a water change, we'll fill it up. I think I got them all. There's 5 in here. 1, 2, 5. Gonna start dripping these guys, or whatever, acclimating them to the
Nancy
tank.
B in Tennessee said Whip always fills his tanks 105%.
Yeah. I guess he's got the other opposite problem. Alright, Gertrudes. Let's see, are there anybody else in this tank? See anybody? Oh my god. Let's see if we can stir anything up. I'm not seeing anything moving. Usually that's enough to freak anything out. What I want to do, I will top this off. Probably do a little bit of change.
Crazy
But,
Four Seahorses said in a tank is never enough water except it's overflowing.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious that there might be eggs in here because of how adult-ish those juveniles were. So I might just leave this alone for a week or two. Top it off. Yeah, I'll check on it every day. See if I see anything in here. See anything in here, I'll start feeding it. I'm gonna rinse this. What do you call it? I don't even remember what it's called. A net. There it is. I'll rinse the net. Good enough. Oh. Let me take my eyedropper. The old. Take some water out. Some water in. These guys too. That's good. Let's fill up that tank, I guess. I can fill up the one above it too. Top these off. Not gonna do it. Just at the Nancy B in Tennessee. Oh! Top this off. This is now an empty tank. I'll put a sticker on it. My empty tank stickers. Do you feel better about that water line now? Oh. Whoa. Back up a sec. Here's the Madakas. This is some of the fry we put in there last time. Pop these off. Everything in this tank seems to be doing alright. Obviously I got a little bit of an algae issue. I do like the Madakas in here. I think it's very nice. You know, a rimless tank. You can stand here and look at them from above. That one is like very heavy, like laden with eggs back there. I should get a mop for these guys. Well, whatever, the rice fish. That would be an interesting project. Need a better mop, though. Like the traditional spawning mops, I don't think work very well for these guys. You need those like pool noodle mops and the scrubbies. I heard they work really, really well. But my best thing I do with these guys is I play musical fish tanks with them. And then a couple weeks after I move them, I see eggs or babies. I think it's weeks. It's probably like a week. Oh, I've pretty much gotten this whole colony up to where it's at. I keep moving them every once in a while, and I keep getting fry. Alright. Should probably do a little cleaning on this tank since we're here. There. Take some of this algae off of it. Should have done this before I filled it up. This.
Daniel Velas said, "Good morning, everyone."
Good morning, Daniel. Que pasa? Yeah, this always likes to clog up real quick. Let me rinse this. I should put a sponge on this, honestly. Yo! I was like, what is happening? The pump just kicked on. Salt water. Came over here and water started squirting all over the place. What is happening? Okay. That's good with that. Put this back. Get some water chooching. About to start. Yes. Do it. All right. That's the heavy flow. That's the light one. We'll go with the light one. Bing, bada, boom. Look at all this nice furry hair algae. Like dense, thick. This tank is getting a little bit of green hair, obviously. Stay up on it. I got a huge problem with tannins.
WFL Aquatics said, "Will guppies eat Planera?"
For my, I don't know, man. You talk to 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers, I think, honestly. I know people that have planaria problems in their guppy tanks, and I know people that don't. I guess, maybe, if they're hungry enough. They see it. From my understanding, a lot of times, like, some fish don't eat planaria because the planaria has, like, a sting to it, I think. Like when it can bite back, I guess. I don't know. I've had planaria in tanks, but I just cured the problem by letting fish out and not feeding the tank anymore. That's not always practical for everyone. Having, 30 tanks sitting around. Apparently 8 of them empty. So I understand. Can't do that. But yeah, I only had a problem with planaria in one tank once. And it was a shrimp tank. It's probably overfeeding. Same thing with a Hydra. Algae likes to grow around the roots of these plants. Choke them out.
Windowlicker Hash 5 said how about some shrimp for some breeder projects? They would work great in the 5Gs with the other fish.
It's not a bad idea, honestly. Not a bad idea. I usually used to keep shrimp with my fry. Felt like it did pretty well. So like a lot of times I had a video of like a shrimp cleaning eggs.
SWFL Aquatics said my Peplin Creek snowball shrimp are breeding like rabbits.
There you go. I definitely would have to do Neos. My water's on the harder side. Yeah. I still have blue dreams floating around. I still have some cherries floating around this fish room. That should step it up. I have been pretty neglectful with my shrimp lately. A lot of my colonies I've noticed are no longer around. I'm like, oh wait, where are all the shrimp that were in here? I don't know if just whatever they're kept with is choking them out, thinning out the herd. It's down here. I'm just playing now. Right.
Denny Dumoulin said apparently Japonicas shrimp eat BBA.
That's an interesting thing. Japonicas shrimp. I don't know if I know what that is. But now I'm curious. Yeah. The other issue is the BBA that I have in some of my tanks are in tanks that shrimp definitely are not going to be doing good in. Cichlid tanks. I did keep some shrimp with my fireheads. Cichlids, when I first got them, they were fry, a little bit bigger than fry. And boy, it did not work out well for the shrimp. Came in there one day and they were just being murdered. I was like, whoa, not a good idea.
Fishyman64 said, I'm curious, do guppies eat planaria?
I don't know. Didn't you have a planaria problem? And your fish weren't eating it? It was the baddest. Didn't you get a baddest to solve this problem? I bet the baddest would be planaria. Speaking of which, the baddest would be cool. I had some of them. They were cool little fish. The problem with them is they only really eat live foods. So it's really hard to kind of keep them sustained. That's my experience. Tank is water spots on it. I have this stuff. I should use it. KJE gave it to me. Keith. That Fritz glass cleaner stuff.
Crazy 4 seahorses said they should eat them also mollies, but they would eat also small shrimps.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Sometimes I think shrimp are just getting eaten. Where is that Fritz glass cleaner? Here it is. Sweet. Sprayed on my trusty little cloth here.
SWFL Aquatics said why planera only in shrimp tanks, fish eat them.
Yeah, traditionally.
Fishyman64 said the tank that contains the baiters has no planaria.
But the ones that had, did you get rid of all your guppies or you still have guppies? I know that you were trying to get rid of them, but now that goes. Keep finding guppies where you didn't think there were guppies. There's just water spots on the inside of that tank now. I guess it's off. Gut genug. Alright. That's that. We got the fry out. You guys are gonna chill. I could bring, actually I have some fry. Might as well do that. I have a, let me move that camera.
Whip's World said, just so we're all on the same page. And the same book, Planaria, is the 1/4-inch long thread like free swimming worms, yes?
No. I
Select
actually
Pet said,
can
I've had
show you.
Planaria in fish, only tanks that have never housed shrimp.
Let's find
But
out.
I fed that tank way too much.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I had. Here, let me see if I can minimize this. Used to have some videos. Monty, is that a Monty? Tank. Is all my icons jumbled up here. Oh, this is it. Stuff back. Back up. All right, I think. Well, this is gonna be a little blurry, but deal with it.
Windowlicker #5 said, how about your Bulgarian green angels?
Oh, that would be cool to get them to breed.
John Mackenzie said, Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra! All right, check it out. Here's a video I took of one of my tanks. This is the tank that currently has my Panagaras. Before it had Panagaras, it had a bunch of shrimp, and it had a cyanobacteria problem and all sorts of stuff. It also had planaria problem. Traditional planaria, let's see, let's play this. Once this comes into focus, you can kind of see they have like this trident triangle looking spearhead. Obviously it's all out of focus. But
Crazy Four
two eyes.
Seahorses said Planaria looks a bit
That's a
like a
good
slug snail without house and an arrowhead.
Pause that. Let's got some good footage here. This is obviously very, very zoomed in, but yeah, they have that traditional triangle head and the two little black eyes. And they're, I mean, this is probably, I'd say maybe a 1/4 inch. Oh yeah, you just reminded me. I took that picture of those eggs, and we didn't even look at it. But yeah, this dude was cruising. There's another buddy. Oh, wait a minute. There was something over here. Contact. Right there. Pause this. Bam. Right here is a detritus worm. These things are little. Those are about the size of the eggs that I have. So you get the pseudomugil eggs. That worm is probably the same size as that egg. Get an idea how big. Creepy, man. They were all over the glass that day. Right after I think I did a water change. Maybe. Hydra right there.
Congratulations, Foxy's Fishes on Adam Wheatins on the membership milestone. Adanasa, Asisa, Ahanaflingita.
What
Foxy's
is
Fishes has been an extraordinary aquarist for 15 months.
I have no
Whip's
idea
World
what
said,
she's
oh
talking
yeah,
about.
that's right. I confused my pest worms. Thanks.
No problem, man. Can't have you confusing your worms. Zoomed in? This looks zoomed in to me. It is. Man, this camera's been zoomed in this whole screen. Dun dun dun. Realize that. I just realized that. That sucks. And congrats, Foxy. Membership.
Foxy's Fishes said fancy fajitas.
That is some good planaria footage. Well, thank you. Oh, let me get the egg shot that we just took. Gotta upload that real quick. See how we're doing here with the salt water. Yeah, it's about halfway. Not too horrible.
Aquatic Moose said, Jason, I think it's getting tripped up on the member emojis. Edward, do. Select Pet said, I agree, Jason. This bot is having some sort of spiritual movement and speaking in tongues this morning.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, it's only the membership milestone it seems to be having an issue with. So, whatever. You know, we'll let her go, see what happens. Maybe next week she'll be better. She'll feel better. Let me plug this in. Plug it in. Storage, yes.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, at least you can't get Bristol worms in fresh water. I hate them. _ Zilla.
Yeah.
_ Depths.
Well, I'm pretty sure, knock on wood, that I do not have bristle worms. I've gone out of my way to make sure I have them. A lot of, I mean, I haven't quarantined much, but obviously, problem with planaria, or not planaria, aptasia. Get that. That's like the big problem. Cyanobacteria is a problem too, but that's more of like a me problem as opposed to the planaria is a parasite problem. Or a pest problem, I should say parasite. What am I doing here? I need to find the drive I just hooked up. Showing up. There we go. I have 3 pictures. Copy. Bam. Should be. Eject. Okay, it is safe to remove. Whoops. We'll unplug it.
Select Pet said planaria can be a me problem too.
True.
They won't reproduce without the excess food available.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of these pests that we consider pests are problems, like the snails in that glass. Obviously, if I start feeding like crazy, I'm going to get a million snails. And I'm probably planaria and probably hydra, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's a balance. It really is. Let's see. Can I do? All right, remember how little? I don't even know if you could see the egg that I was trying to take pictures of, but picture. All right. I will move to here. All right. That's what's inside that egg. Little eyeball. There, and this is his spine and tail wrapped around. That was picture 1, I believe. Not really. You get the idea, and this is like this little stringy looking thing. This is the thing that like always sticks to everything. Is that?
Window Licker
Imagine just
#5
being
said
there,
we
just
don't
looking
see
out.
it.
Don't see. Oh, derp. I'm an idiot. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. This is
LDH Aquatic said I have hydra starting in 1 tank. I like how they look, but still don't want them.
yeah. Hydra's pretty cool, like interesting creature. But anyway, here's the eyeball. Bum bum bum.
Fisherman64 said yeah, but if I stop feeding my tank to kill the planaria, won't I kill my fish too?
Yep. Anyway, here's this is his spine and tail. Whoops. This is eyeball. This little filament thing is what I was talking about. This is like the sticky thing that like hold the egg always gets caught on, sticks to things. That's the little
Crazy
baby.
4 Seahorses said so short before hatch that egg.
Yeah, it's probably going to be relatively close. Well, I don't know. I mean, I have a video on it, right? On my channel. Fast forward to that point, but Let me find it. Channel. Let's see if little egg.
Select Pet said Hydra basically is freshwater version of Aptasia.
Yeah,
Foxy's
kinda.
Fishes said, is this the start of a Jason egg watch?
Yeah. If I had the camera to do it, here's the other egg. It's 2 days in. I mean, you can even see like the heart beating. That's the crazy part. Stuff and it twitches, right? In 2 days, this thing's like nerves. Day 6, starting to get eyes. It's kind of like, I think that's kind of where we're at now. See that worm? That's that worm I showed you before on the glass. Same size. Oh, I guess it's a little bit smaller. 7. Moving around and stuff. Same idea. You can see his little, like, let me out of here. Imagine just being eyeballs, like in this little bubble.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said we got Hydra 2 in Marine. My baby seahorses don't like them.
Got algae growing on the thing. Guys living a. Get me out of here.
Foxy's Fishes said those worms are harmless. Great
Yeah.
egg footage.
Thanks. Yeah. So I think this one went 12 days, I think, before he hatched. On the 12th day, I think is. I also had this tank in some pretty warm water. I think it was like 78 degrees, almost. I think it might have been 80 degrees. Yep. There it is. Day 12. There's a little baby. He was little, man. I believe that was a frittata egg, and frittata eggs are actually bigger of the pseudomuvo eggs. My experience. Fat belly. There you go. He made it.
Window Liquor #5 said boom Hydra vid posted.
Nice. I have a vid on Hydra too. I do. Thanks, man.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said I have to.
Yeah, so that's you know, that's that. Saw the egg, right? This is the egg that we took out of the tank today. I should get a. I know they have those little USB microscopes. That would be. I should look into that. Then I could really set up an egg watch thing.
Whip's World said that's a good theory, but I only feed 4 times a week, and I still have detritus worms. In the tank, I find them the most. I do 270+% water changes almost every week, Wednesday and Saturday.
Well, are you talking about detritus worms or planaria? Like those little worms that are swimming around in the column, the water column, like little wigglers? I don't think there's a really causing any. I mean, of anything, they're probably helping your tank by breaking down stuff that's not getting eaten. At least that's what I think. Let's see. In here, let me swap cameras. Speaking of that, I should put the red mops in the tanks before I forget. I only have 3. Am I missing one? Did it fall? I don't know why I only have 3.
Fishstream said, what camera was used to take the picture of that egg? Thanks.
It is. I still have it. It's the one I just used to take the picture. Well, it's the one I used to take that video too, that I just showed you. What the hell is it? It's a macro camera. I'll tell you in a second. I think it's a Canon. Could be wrong. Hang on. Basically, a point and shoot is what it is. It is.
Crazy Four Seahorses said I have to figure out a way if and how long my male seahorses are pregnant. Seeing them mate
Olympus.
isn't the way to tell. They always got a belly. Any ideas?
It's an Olympus TG6, I think. Olympus Tough. Man, it doesn't even say what it is. It might. Hang on. Model number IM015. The TG6? Hang on a minute. Been a while. Get my history and see what I bought. Bum bum. Yeah, an Olympus TG6. What it is. I was right. I was right. I remember some things. Oh, the lights went out. Well, not on what you're looking at. Anyway, what you're looking at is a tank that has some, what do you call it in there? Madacas, rice fish. They
Crazy
are.
Four Seahorses said I wouldn't care with big fish with tiny worms.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it either, honestly. Unless it's like out of control and they're everywhere. Then you really got to figure out why that's happening. And I mean, if you're not feeding that much, that makes no sense. So, I don't know. I don't know. Whip, only you know these answers. All right, what am I looking for? I don't even know. What am I looking for? Looking at this. The docket tank. Whoa! Almost just fell over. Looking for a mop to stick in that tank. That's what I'm looking. All right, putting mops all back in the tanks that I took them out of. Saltwater tank is chooching. Honestly, it's getting too full. Should kick that pump on.
Aquatic Moose said maybe I can outcompete the planaria with Hydra.
There you go. Substitute one problem with another. What are we looking in here? Yeah, about 3/4 of the way done. Alright, so I want to catch these guys. Put them in with their parents. Take water out of this. A little more acclimated. Same thing with these guys. Alright. Need something to catch these guys with, or at least put them in. This little container. I think we can get these in with the parents, honestly. I don't think they're... Oh wow, never mind. Apparently there's more fry. There's a real little guy in there. Like a baby. Maybe we should fill this tank up a little bit. Holy cow, there's more than one. Alright. Well, I guess we got... Let's fill this up. I took all the Madacas out of here because I was like, hey, this tank is an algae mess.
Select Pet said anyone want to go to the store for me?
Yeah.
I don't want to go. I
hear
would
that.
rather be playing with fish.
I don't want to go either, man. Actually, oh, I gotta do something. I gotta go. I gotta get gas. Wife. I promised her I would get her gas. She so lovingly reminded me of that yesterday. You promised you would get me gas. So I gotta do it.
LDH Aquatics said, I'm about to walk into Circle K. What do you need?
Chocolate milk, a hot dog with mustard, onions, and pickles.
Aquatic Moose said, Jason, I always have gas these days.
Well, I mean, okay. Thanks for letting me know. All right, and top that off. I'm probably, I guess I won't move those fry. Maybe I'll move the big fry. Keep the little ones in there, the babies.
Select Pet said, bring home a can of beans, Jason, and tell her here's your gas.
Oh, yeah. All right, the hook I just kept my hose on just fell out of the thing, so now I got a hose on the floor. That sucks. Janky anyway. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Oh my god.
LDH Aquatics said, onions, mustard, and pickles on a hot dog.
Yep.
I can't do that chocolate milk. I can do that, but it probably won't make it to you because I'll drink it LOL.
Chocolate milk and hot dogs are like a combination.
Whip's World said, you remember
heaven.
how Bill and Ted are famously quoted saying, strange things are afoot at the old Circle K.
Strange things are
Things
afoot.
are even more effed up in Whip's water.
What is it? Who is it that says that? Is it a Misa that says that every time? Like, be excellent to each other? Somebody says that. It's a Bill and Ted quote. Alright, fix the thing that broke. Got a mop in the other tank. Just looking to try and catch some of these fry. Like, these two are bigger, right? Like, I think maybe we can get them. Caught one. Now I catch the other. It's stuck. Here you go, buddy. He goes over here. Yeah, maybe that is too little.
Select Pet said, Jason, did you suggest Ed get mustard on a hot dog yesterday? You know he's bad allergic to mustard, right?
Oh, I did not know that. Well, then Ed, maybe, don't let me order food for you. Sorry, man. I did not know Ed is allergic to mustard. But, that's a shame because mustard is good. Where did I just see those fry? Now where'd they go?
Windowlicker #5 said wrong people. It's silent, Bob quote, LOL.
Silent Bob. Well, I did make a mess in this tank now. There's big algae bloom in here. I think that algae is kind of like how some of these fry have survived, so I guess. Well, now that I know there's like babies, like, they look like they were just hatched, honestly. I am going to take...
Aquatic Moose said F, what you must heard is a rap lyric. Who you got in the Super Bowl?
The Eagles! Come on! Go Birds! Boom. It's for the fry. Make sure that they don't die.
Select Pet said silent Bob quote. That's like an oxymoron or something, right?
Yes, exactly. The silent Bob
LDH
quote.
Aquatics said, mustard is an excellent condiment, slightly better than ketchup, to be honest.
Well, I was always told that you can only put ketchup on a hot dog if you're a toddler, according to certain people. So, I do like some ketchup on a hot dog every once in a while, but gotta do that at home so I'm not shamed. Apparently ketchup is for children. Mustard is for men. For adults.
Aquatic Moose said go birds.
Go
Andy
Birds!
Ride versus Andy Reid. Coincidence?
Dun dun dun. Okay. We have emptied this 5-gallon tank, which I might use for this whole project if I think about it. I do have these Celebes rainbows that I've been working on. I do have 3 colonies actually. Well, I have a trio of breeders that I was using. I have a colony that I raised in the summer over the outside in the tubs.
Also, Bear said chow chow.
And I have my main colony. That was one of the things I did want to do, was kind of, I was going to quote unquote cull some of those guys out of there. But
Select Pet said a hot dogs without ketchup is incomplete. True dog toppings include both ketchup and mustard. But you know some people, they only do things halfway.
there's the baby
Fishroom on
right
64 said I love ketchup on hot dogs.
there. There you go.
Andy Carson said ketchup is for when it is a crappy tasting hot dog.
See? People have opinions about this. I'm not there alone. I just see that little fry, one of them. There was 2 last time I looked, but I don't see the other one.
Aquatic Moose said people who talk smack on ketchup on a steak and then smother it with A1 sauce are lunatics.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the same thing, right? It's just different flavored ketchup at that point. Oh well. Oh, I'm hungry now. We're talking all this food.
Daniel Velez said go Saquon. Can't cheer for Eagles.
What? All right, Daniel. I have to mute you. I'm kidding. But we all know that the Eagles are probably going to choke like they always do. So there's that. Oh, man. Pretty much at the end here, folks. I was going to pull those fry out of there, but now that I see all there's babies in there, I'm probably just going to let it go for a little while. Oh, that was 2013. Wow, this goes way back. Yeah, I bought it's the Olympus Tough TG6 digital camera. I got mine black. Solomon red.
Select Pet said, wait, you all put ketchup on steaks.
Oof.
I think if your steak needs a sauce, it doesn't matter what it is, it needs to help the bad meat.
It's true. True. I typically, if I eat steak, it's probably why it's plain. Whatever. Or
Crazy Four
sauteed onions
Seahorses
and
said
mushrooms.
there was a guy from PEI they used to call Podato. He met this young Leamington, Ontario tomato, but he had eyes for other girls, and she was a little mushy, so they said, well, let's get wed there's. Window Liquor #5
Boy.
said, how's the 125 doing? I have a feeling the sump is low.
It is. Boy, you have a good feeling. And it looks like this other camera stopped working. It's frozen. Let me fix that camera and we can look at the 125, and I probably should. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably should
Whips
do a lot of
World
things on
said Ed loves mustard. The problem is, it might kill him if he eats it. Putting ketchup on hot dogs should be punishable by extreme sleepiness unless you are 5 years old or younger.
I told you people had opinions about this. Here we go. Let's look at this. Sump does need attention. We will give it some attention. So let's switch the camera real quick and look at the tank. That would be this camera. I am going to back on the other camera.
Crazy Four Seahorses said there's no sense
Ah,
being
never
fussy
mind.
baked sized French fries.
Camera's
How
not
they
working.
love tomatoes, so dress 'em up with Heinz ketchup. Ketchup loves potatoes.
Well, yes, French fries are one thing. But like, you know, the other parts of the world, they use like mayonnaise and mustard. That's it. There's no such thing as ketchup for fries. Which camera is this that's not working? This is that one. Did it unplug here? Unplug here? Did it unplug there? And unplug there. There's the unplug. Should auto update, I guess. So it probably won't happen because we're trying to use the camera. It's usually not the way to do it.
Windowlicker #5 said I have a toaster that does hot dogs and buns at the same time.
Nice.
Best invention ever. LOL.
Oh, that was wrong.
Aquatic Moose said ketchup is an enhancer.
An enhancer. Enhance. Yep, I got no problems with ketchup. I like ketchup. I'd put ketchup on some weird things. People give me a hard time about it. Ketchup on. Zoom is still on. I have to zoom off. Weird, it keeps. Here's the 125.
Select Pet said ketchup is an American thing. It's patriotic to put it on everything.
That's right. My grandmother used to put it on
Crazy
pot
Seahorses
roast.
said lyrics from the Ketchup song by Stompin' Tom Connors.
My grandmother used to put ketchup on her pot roast. I always thought that was weird. But, yeah, you get older, you try these things. I like ketchup on scrambled eggs. That's a good combo.
Fisherman64 said ketchup on eggs.
There you go. See? Fishymon,
Victor C.
I
said
knew I liked you.
liked.
Alright, let me turn this off. This one is currently not
Aquatic
working.
Moose said ketchup is a required ingredient for meatloaf.
There you go, yes. Alright, yes, I can see ketchup and meatloaf. That's a good combo. Alright, let's take this off. Sump of shame. You guys can come down here. You can see what I'm doing.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said ketchup is just tomato marmalade.
Tomato marmalade. I like how she had the accent and everything. Tomato. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Andy Carson said ketchup on pot roast only with horseradish.
Gotta have the horseradish. Gotta have the horseradish. That's like a requirement. I love horseradish. I love horseradish. Oh my god. Pork and sauerkraut, horseradish.
Whip's World said I put ketchup on Twinkles. It's exhilarating.
Twinkles? You mean Twinkies? Ew. Ew.
Select Pet said eggs.
Cannot condone
Just
this.
brag about wealth.
Yeah. That's fair. It's funny.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, said
Yo.
Whip, are you picking on how I eat my Oscar Mayer Winers? If they're raw, then they only get Kraft slices.
Raw hot dogs, man. I haven't done that since I was a kid. Love doing that. Ugh. Good for you. Alright. Both the sumps are off. See about doing a water change. Let me get this going. Get this
Windowlicker
rocking.
#5 said I like ketchup, but I can't stand tomatoes. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I like tomatoes. It depends on the tomato. Obviously, like the store-bought stuff is crap because it tastes like nothing but mushy, whatever. But like like a vine ripened tomato, like somebody grows it, those are good. Slice them up, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of mozzarella. Oh, good combo right there. But on its own, I'm not a big fan of tomatoes. Like that guy, the Hoplo cat, man, he's living large. Got him from Fishymon. That was a requirement for taking the 90 gallon. I had to take this guy too. But he's cool. He's a dumb fish. I had to move the heater. That's one of the reasons why I got. There used to be in a
Select Pet
75.
said it's the vinegar window liquor.
But he ended up burning himself on the heater a couple times, so I had to move the heater. And eventually I got whatever this tank, and now it's in a sump. Did I start this? No. Did I? I did. Okay. Man, can't hear anything over there. I should get that out of here. Actually, I have enough to rinse this out now. I've been filling up these RO jugs kind of like throughout the whole stream. I'm gonna rinse out the the test tubes.
Crazy Four Seahorses said can't have a vegetable garden without tomatoes, eggplants,
Exactly.
paprika chills, and butter lettuce.
Butter lettuce. Yeah, it's been a while since I, well, past summer I grew, I'd usually do habaneros and Thai peppers. Got a ton of them this year. So, make like a sauce out of them. Soy-based. Soy sauce. Man, we're kicking here. Is this still draining? Barely. We almost did the full, I guess that's 40 gallons? 35, 40 gallons? It's getting there. You looking at fish? Was it a ball of
Whip's World
sharks?
said Dirt. I would never pick on you. I can't do raw dogs anymore. They changed the way the dogs are made. All my taste buds changed.
Yeah.
Either way,
Or
me
both.
no like you now.
Nothing like, yeah.
Empire
Mike's
of
raw
Dirt
dogs, man.
Aquatics, Jeff
They were never
Kane,
healthy.
said a whole lot of stanger danger going on in chat today.
A whole lot of stranger
Aquatic
danger.
Moose said, I can eat tomatoes like apples. I think their flavour is pretty inoffensive, IDAK. What's not to like?
Yeah. What is not to like? What is clogging this up now? Oh. Let's fire this up then. I remember last time we put that thing underneath to kind of stop snails from getting in here, because that was choking up the impeller. Yeah, I think there might be something. This pump might just not be really faulty or something. This pump keeps, every single time, keeps kicking off. That's that. This is going to take a while. This is the 125, right? So doing like a 25% water change on 120 gallons. What is that? 10% is 12, so 20% would be 24. 30% would be 36. It's 40 gallons, basically. It's not nothing.
Crazy Four Seahorses said in 50 years we get and feed with food in pill form. So enjoy the fresh nature.
Yeah, we'll get the Soylent blue, Soylent yellow, and then eventually the Soylent green. That's my favorite. Alright, let me sneak past here. While that's water changing. That's changing. Grab me a water. My throat is dry.
Window Licker Hash 5 said the fish in the 125 are looking good.
Yeah, they are looking pretty good. Even the little glow shark. He likes to hang out there. The firemouth. Where's he at? He has a little cave he made down here behind the
Victor
Hoplocat
C said,
in that cave.
thanks for live streaming at depths unknown.
Oh, thanks for being here, Victor. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it goes. There's my loach. That is the senior tank, or
Whip's
senior
World
fish in
said
his fish
Jason!
room.
Those bala sharks are huge!
Yeah, they're getting big, man.
I'm very impressed to see them looking so good.
I mean, look at how big that guy is. Like to hear on my forearm now. Hey, yep, right. That guy's the little one. He's the skinny dude. That guy's the big one. Oh, yeah. Had them for a long time now.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, what's this thad fish with the red tail?
That was the one that was over here. Here's the fire mouth. He's looking pretty good. This guy. It's a rainbow shark, but he's one of those genetically modified ones. Glow sharks. Got him for a reason. It's one of those, you know, I don't even know how to articulate it. He's a reminder to me that no matter what happens in this world, you got to play the hand that's dealt. That makes any sense. That Hoplo cat, man, he's just like, oh god, shoot me. It looks like he's dying right there. What the hell? The fire mouse like, get out of my tank, dude. I'm gonna do a water change. I'm gonna fire up the sump. I have a mark that I usually do the water change to. I should do this. I knew that was about to kick on. I was like, I should unplug this because I know it's about to kick on. Yeah. And as soon as I said that, it kicked on. Alright, so that's unplugged. Just gotta remember. Plug them both in.
Windowlicker #5 said, have you done a quick check on the other sumps? Do they need water?
I filled them up earlier this week because one was low. And then, yes, I should probably keep up on that a little bit more. I agree. Here's some phosphate removing pads. I should use these. Something. I got these from Co-op. I got 2 of them. I haven't used them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got all sorts of stuff, man. I really gotta. I'm gonna have to spend one of these, you know, spring cleaning streams around here. Maybe we'll just do some giveaways and give away the crap I don't have a use for, or don't use anymore. Just find a home for it. Organize. That's the big problem, man. My organization in this room is getting.
Bootscats said,
Getting
good
out of that
morning.
Good morning, Bootscats. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, I need, ideally, man, what I should do is plumb the fish tanks in a way that I could do an automatic water change. That'd be great. Just hit a button, water changes.
Whips World said, Jason, have you seen much aggression from the firemouth in that tank?
Actually,
They
no.
aren't uber aggressive in predator tanks generally, but in a community tank, I've always wondered if that would work.
Well, I think it helps that he's kind of like not the bigger fish in this tank. So,
Windowlicker #5 said, watch out if you cut those pads. I did, and it didn't go well when I cut them to put in my canisters.
oh yeah? Why is that? What happened? I think I used scissors, I think, when I cut mine. I didn't really have a problem, if I remember. But what issues did you have? I'm curious. Yeah, the firemouth, I don't know. He was a big bully in the other tank. That's why I moved him here. He was bullying the other firemouse. I mean, obviously, he's just trying to like move that. He doesn't like the Hoplo cat sitting there, so he's like, get out of my thing. There's also that loach under there. There's the loach, the rainbow shark, and him are all kind of fighting for that same cave. But I have not seen him get too aggressive with anything in here, which I think is kind of cool. I think that this was a great move, in my opinion, for him. He doesn't seem to mess with other than the typical like, hey, I don't want you in my space kind of thing.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said I had my firemouth with dikers, but when they started breeding, I had to remove the pair.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, that would probably really, that tends to up the aggression huge when they start breeding. Yeah, I like them. Well, I got them. And those venison bars are looking good. And those Buenos Aires tetras, I've had, well, I had a school of them. Now I'm down to what, 3, 2? I mean, those fish have been around for a long time too. Long time.
Window Licker #5 said little pieces came out bad. Then I
Yeah.
was more careful the next time and the same thing happened. I was really worried it would get stuck in the gills of my fish.
Oh, because it all fell apart or whatever? Yeah. Yeah. I could see it. Look at all these cories over here. This other tank. I love watching those little pygmy cories. They're cool. Change views real quick. Pygmies down there. My phone, so I can see what you guys are seeing. Yeah, you can see them. We're almost done with this water change. They're all, what is it? How many are there all lined up? Look at them. 6 right there? 5? 5.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said, don't cut absorber filter if you have to rinse it out and fill it in a fine mesh bag.
I think I've only really cut it like, I mean, it's a big pad. So I don't know. I don't think I had a problem with it. It's been a while since I did it though. Oh. We're about to be done here with the changing of the water while he's pulling it out. There's still guppy grass in here.
Window Licker #5 said they would probably work uncut in the sump.
Probably would, actually. I should, I really should start doing things like
Whips
on this
World
tank.
said, I love my pygmy cory. Unfortunately, so did my bumblebee catfish, and now they're both on a different plane of existence.
Ooh. That's horrible. Fish eat fish. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. What I should do on this tank is in the sump down here.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion.
Oh, he's got a boat going, man. Holy cow. Anyway, on that sump, I should turn that into like a light. Maybe put plants down there. Help pull the nutrients out of the main tank so I don't
Crazy
have
4
like this.
Seahorses said I use absorber filter for my marine rack in my sump works.
Right.
Great for 4 months.
Check this out. This tank is deceptive, right? It doesn't look like it's got a blackbeard algae problem, but it does. If you look real close, everything is covered in blackbeard algae. However, these bala sharks, they pick at everything. Like any plant. That's why I can't put plants in this tank, because they will destroy plants. So the reason that this isn't like a big flowing blackbeard tank is because they pick at the algae and keep it nice and thin. But it's growing on everything. I mean, you can see that plant's like, it's a plastic plant because they won't let real plants grow. I even tried a Nubius, and all I had was like little like roots left of the Nubius, so I pulled them out. Yeah. But I think that sump would be a great
Fisherman
place to start
64
throwing that
said
stuff.
infamous sump of shame.
Infamous sump of shame. It is. But it works. So if it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid, is it?
Crazy 4 Seahorses said so. Some thin foil barbs for the rest of BBA.
Yeah, maybe. Or, I think I might do that. I'm not tempted with that sump idea. That'd be good sump plants. Something that, guppy grass.
Whips World said I never would have thought that a tiny bumblebee cat would be able to fit a cory, even the pygmy cory, into its mouth.
Yeah, those are little.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, Yep. Some lessons are hard. Hard learned. I'll tell you that. I've had quite a few of those hard lessons in my life. All right, I am going to. Ooh. I'm gonna start by filling up the sump. Ooh. I'm gonna restart that water bridge in case it's not working, because it doesn't look like it is. That's the only problem with this tank, is it needs that water bridge, man. Should have designed it better. Should have been better. Alright, so if I were going to do that, I would need light. Light in the sump. About it, right? And plants, obviously.
Crazy 4 seahorses said bad combo small cories and bigger goldfish.
Yeah. I could see that being a small problem. Filling up the sump. Apparently the sump was a little
Benjamin Peters said, Jason, would you recommend doing overflow boxes or drilling the tank too for using a sump?
I'm a big fan. Well, this tank has the overflow weirs that were built into it when I got this tank used from somebody for like $200, which is steel. And the stand too.
Fisherman64 said, I had bumblebee catfish once, but I never saw them. They hide all the time.
But I personally am a fan of drilling
Empire
the
of Dirt
tanks.
Aquatics, Jeff Kane, said, by better you mean without a bridge, right?
Yes,
LOL.
without a bridge. Could have been better. But, you know, sometimes you got to play the hand you're dealt. All right? That's the way I see it. And yes, I'm the one who made the deck. I put all the cards in it, so I could have given myself a better hand. But sometimes, you know, you don't know what you don't know. Mistakes were made. But they're not like end of the world mistakes. Kind of mistakes that, you know, you learn from. So the next time I go to do this, I will know not to do that. And I will fix the sump of shame.
Crazy 4 seahorses said, all my tanks are drilled. Those overflows are too expensive for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust those overflows because I think, oh shit. Oops, sorry, pardon my French. That was a plug and I keep sticking it in the water. Yeah, I don't know. I think because, you know, those overflows could fail, I guess, or something. And then next thing you know, you're flooding your room. But, you know, at least the overflows in the tank, it's only got one way to go, and it's to the sump. So, I mean, you can still overflow your sump, don't get me wrong. But I think it'd be harder to do that.
Window Licker #5 said, what's the difference in sound of the overflows or drilled tanks? Or in the sump? How loud are socks in sumps?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it all depends on flow rates, a lot of that. And, I mean, if you got baffles, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ways to plumb a sump. Yeah, I mean, people have those filter socks, reactors. I don't know. I guess it all depends on. Most of my sumps are pretty quiet, honestly. I don't think you even notice them when they're running. This one's a little bit louder because there's a lot of bubbles that come out of the. So that's mostly what you hear is bubbles like kicking. How are we doing here? This saltwater's still chooching. It gets a little bit slower as it gets closer to the bottom. Obviously, I think there's less pressure, so pump has to do more work, so it slows down.
P&W Aqua said, good morning, folks.
Good morning.
Or at least I'm awake.
Well, thanks for being here. Let's be back. We are filling up the tank.
Crazy 4 seahorses said overflow can be quite quiet. Depend on style of drain you're using. Bean animal style is my favourite plumbing style.
There you go. Yeah.
Rip's World said, Jason, how big are those Rosaline sharks? Now that I'm looking, they seem to be darn near as long, if not the girth.
They're getting pretty long. I'd say 4 or 5 knuckles. That guy's a 5 knuckler. Skinny one's like a 4 knuckler. I got these at Petco, those Venison barbs. I think one of them died. I got 5 and I only have 4 left. But they've been around for a while. They look good. Great. I love them. Seem to be very healthy. Got the perfect, like, torpedo shape. Colors are great. I can't complain. I really do like them. I thought they were a great addition to this tank. This tank's pretty much, I don't know, I might throw, I only have 2 of those Tetras, so I was tempted with getting some more Tetras in here, like bigger ones, like maybe Colombian red and blues. That would look pretty cool. That would look pretty cool. I have some red and blues in with my blind cave Tetras in that cave tank, which the blind cave Tetras rarely ever hang out in the cave, but the red and blue Colombians do. They love the cave. I don't think the blind cave Tetras know it's a cave. It's like, whatever. Not like they know it. Their mouth's looking good too. I don't know. This tank, I like this tank. This tank does well for me. Can't complain. Fill it up. Kick on the sump, and I think that's probably going to be the stream. Could clean the glass a little bit, but...
Window Licker #5 said some discus would look great.
Yeah, that's true. Or angels. Angels would not be a bad addition to this. Huh. Yeah, I don't want to overcrowd it too, you know what I mean? Because seem to have a good balance where everybody's getting along, nobody's big issues. I probably could
Crazy
do more
4
water
Seahorses
changes.
said so usually 3 holes to drill 2 as overflow 1 as emergency plus whatever amount of return lines you want.
Yes. I mean, ideally, you don't have to drill the tank. You can get away with it, like doing like an overflow thing, like how I have the pass-through drain system. You could easily do something like that for an overflow. I used to do that for the
Rip's
55
World said
that I
it'll
originally
probably
had
need
these
to
ball
type
sharks
this
in.
out a couple times because I don't know what the cooldown is for the AI voice.
I think it's 20
But in
seconds,
your
30
opinion,
seconds.
will Denison Barbs live comfortably in a 4 foot 150?
Hell yeah. 4 foot? Yeah, I don't see why not. I think these guys are pretty much almost, I mean, they'll probably get bigger, a little bigger. But for the most part, that would be like to here, right? Be like a 75. The length of one. What do you say it was? A 150? Yeah, so it's tall. It's like a 90 but taller. Yeah, I don't think there'd be any problem. I think longer would be better, but I think you'd be alright. I mean, I think these guys would be fine in a 75 too, you know what I mean? They might be getting a little cramped. Well, I mean, I got the fire mouse. They're about as long as the fire mouse are. We're about to fill up here. I'd say you'd be alright. Especially if you got them young and let them grow up in there a little bit. Yeah. I don't think there'd be any problems. Alright, I hear it flowing into the
PNW
sump.
Aqua said to me, Barbs stress out discus. I'm sure some people have been successful in keeping them together though.
Yeah. Well, the barbs are always swimming, these guys. The Denison barbs. I mean, I don't know about any other barbs. I don't really have to keep too many barbs. I have in the past. I did Odessa barbs. I had Odessas with the Valas at some point. They were fine too. Odessas are rough customers though. You gotta have enough of them. Because they they would constantly. I had a bunch of males. I think I had like 9, something like that. I started with, and then they would just harass one until it died, and then there would be 8, and then they would harass one until it died, and then there'd be 7. So yeah, that was my experience with those. And eventually, I was just down to 1. All right, let's kick on the pumps. See what happens. Ooh. This one, kapow. Power. We got the power. Alright, we got 2 pumps chooching. Everybody flowing. It's working. Mm-hmm. Cool. Gonna be a little cloudy because the pumps just kicked on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Down here in the middle, there were mistakes made in this sump, okay? I can admit this. So it gets a lot of bubbles, but I don't know if that's necessarily a bad problem because that's aerating the water. It does make a little bit of noise. That's probably the loudest part of this whole system is that and the overflows. You can hear the water falling down. Other than that, about it. The water bridge could have not been there. But I think if I put a light on down there, we could turn this into like some sort of plant refugium. Maybe throw some shrimp in there. And we'd be pulling nutrients out of there like 24/7. We can have a light on that. Put some guppy grass down there maybe. I don't know, what other good plants would be? Ooh, it must have been cold water. What are we at? 73 degrees. All right. All right, we're chugging here. This is we might do that next stream. I gotta get plants, so I'm gonna have to order some. I'll do that next time. Open up the wallet and see what happens. Yeah, there's a whole lot of background noise happening in this room right now because this pump over here is like rattling like
Whips
crazy.
World said, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 48x24x30 footprint. I need something with some girth. My fire eel is small, but eventually it will be close to
those
3
will be
feet
huge.
long.
Yeah,
And little fish won't work anymore.
That is true. I don't know if that 48-inch tank would work anymore with 3-foot fish. Might need something a little bit bigger. But those fire eels are definitely cool. I've been looking at them, man. I'm not a big snaky like eel person. Those things are kind of neat. I must admit. It's too legit to quit. I see that fry. I see a fry. Any others? What happened to the other one? There were 2. Now I see 1. Oh. All I did was fill up the tank, so hopefully you just got him in the back somewhere hiding. Alright, well, I guess that's it, guys. I'm going to let this run. Well, this is done. But I'm going to let the saltwater tank flow until it's like probably going to be another hour or 2 at the rate it's flowing.
PNW Aqua said you probably know already Whip, but keep that lid on tight.
Oh, yeah. That's an issue with those
Crazy
guys.
4 Seahorses said we had a yellow fire eel at work. Got sold for €700, 15 centimeters long.
Wow. Is that like 7 inches? Bad. What is 15 centimeters? .91 inches, so 6 inches. That's not bad. 700 pounds or euros. Sorry. A lot. That's a lot. Oh, well. Somebody got money on. All right, folks. Well, that's it. I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Good time.
Whip's World said I like it because it comes to the surface and lets me hand feed it.
That's cool.
They are super personable. Not so much when they're little, but eventually they'll be your best buddy in the fish room.
Yeah. No, those are like
Crazy
water
Four
puppies.
Seahorses said some PPL pay crazy money for rare stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, yeah, guys, I think we're at the end here. We're actually, holy cow, it's 20 minutes over. But I appreciate everyone hanging out. Do it again next week. Have any questions or comments? Feel free to leave it below. I always read my comments. I always answer them. You got anything you want to email me? Show off to me. My email. Get it up there. Hit the like button if you haven't. That helps. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Derposaurus, thank you for the chat. Tony, thank you for the sticker. Everybody else, thank you for being here. All the members. Select Pet, thank you for the memberships. Do it again next week. Same time. Same place. Same channel. Alright, guys. As Window Licker said, take care. Keep those windows wet. Alright, guys. See you next one. Bye.